about somebody who is going to see some sort of surprise success or overnight success in business or in maybe even something that is associated with gambling. But we have somebody who is seeing their financial security improve or increase, and it's not over a long period of time. It's something that enables whoever I'm reading for to really tighten up the finances, make sure everything is looking the way that you want it to, and probably even get a couple of things for fun. So let's call in spirit with a little bit of wind chime time. I hope you're having a good day so far. I hope you enjoy your weekend. Hello, April. Hello, Dave. Hello, Dana. What's going on? If you're interested in a personal reading, I would love to do one for you. My email address is wickedwandstarot@gmail.com. That's in the description box for you, as is more information on how to become a member. Thank you to the current members. We're going to dive in with, what should we start with? We'll go with the Marseille Cat Tarot. Did I say hello to Famous Seamus? Hello. I hope so too. All right, let's see what else we've got for you. Tell me more about this holding a coin, cornucopia victory. Everything looking good. Ooh, sun in the reverse. This is something that I don't think you see coming, or you don't expect things to go this well, or you don't expect this job offer. This is like a, wow, that's better than I expected. It makes me think of, what's that show? Like those pawn shop people who bring in some antique that their grandmother gave them or that they found in the basement, and it ends up being worth way more than they expect. That's the kind of thing that I'm seeing. It's something that's like, I didn't necessarily feel like I needed to, hit the lottery. Like, cool if I do. But this is someone walking into things like improving in a financial way. But it's not something that you can like go to school for. It's not something that people can predict. It just works out for you. So it could be stock market related, perhaps. We've got the Two of Pentacles in the reverse and the Six of Wands in the reverse. Interesting. This is like someone else's like failure gives you an idea or an opportunity to do it in a better way. So perhaps you work for somebody and they have too rigid a process, or they're not interested in doing right by the customers. So you decide, I'm going to open my own business. I'm going to do this the way I think it should be done. And it's because you see that there's room for this improvement, or because you offer something that is really not being offered elsewhere. It's true, Santiago. Hello, CJ. How are you doing? Oh, I hope there's a better one around the corner for you. What else do we have? So we have the Knave or the Page of Chalices, which would be the Page of Cups, and the Devil. All right, so let's say you don't get the job and someone else does, and they lied on their resume what they have to offer or what their experience is, what languages they speak. There's something here where it's like someone else's poor choices, someone else's fear or frustration or inability to do what they're supposed to do, that opens up an opportunity for you. It's still a little bit dark in here, so hold on. Trying to light the candle. I got it. What else do we have? Yes, exactly. Hello, Frank. How are you doing? Hello, Grant. How was your weekend? So we have the Lovers in the reverse, the Four of Cups in the reverse, And the Eight of Wands in the reverse. No, Eight of Wands in the upright, sorry. So some of you are going to hear from a company that like ghosted you. Some of you are going to hear from a situation that you were like blissfully unaware of. It could be like a settlement or something that was left to you that you didn't really expect to be in that person's will. But this is like, I didn't even know that this was going to be a thing for me, and it's a thing. You weren't waiting to hear back on this. There was something that had either, like, it's never been on your radar, or you felt like this was just not going to happen, so whatever. But I keep seeing, like, the 777, like you would see for someone who wins at a casino. Doesn't mean you should go gamble. Not encouraging that. Ten of Swords in the reverse. This is solving for a financial gap, something that should have come to you or something that should have been made fair that was not. I think it's actually a little bit more than that. A little extra for you. The Knight of Swords and the Two of Swords in the reverse. A decision that comes in quickly. And you may have felt like you had not been chosen, or you weren't in the running, or you weren't being taken very seriously, but you have a chance here at something, or you're about to get something amazing, and it might not have even been on your radar. That's funny, dear. Hello, Joseph. Thank you. How are you? Hello, Reaper. Hello, Pretty Black. I hope you find your way out of it. Hello, Jess. What's going on? Rainbow Warrior, that's awesome. Whoa. So this is the Tarot of the Cat, people. We have the Lovers in the reverse, clarified by the Lovers in the reverse. This is not something you feel you're in the running for, or this is not something that you expect to hear. So you may have already been rejected, or you may not have like put your name in the hat. Doesn't have to be a hat, but you know what I mean. Oh, you're so welcome. With the Lovers in the reverse, we've got the Nine of Swords and the Fool. For some of you, you're going to be offered a job with somebody who has worked with you in a previous capacity, and they have put your name forward as a really good option. Or you're going to be, it's like you're brought in for like the final interview where everyone else has to really prove that they can achieve what you are able to do. This is like a leg up. This is going to make it a lot easier for you because your reputation precedes you. We know that you're awesome already. We just want to make sure that if you have any questions, we answer them for you because we think you would be a great addition to the team. It's like, it's just easy, you know? Well, that's cool. You'll know if you should. Hello, Thor. How was your weekend? Cubs, I'm not sure where they do that, and I don't know if I can fix it. I just kind of put up with it. But they do that for the vertical lives. Yeah, preferably one that pays. Here. So we have Page of Swords in the reverse, Eight of Pentacles in the reverse, and the Chariot. This is something that comes in quickly to remedy a problem with your career path or with where you are meant to be. Because with Page of Swords in the reverse, it's like someone didn't have access to the right information, or someone didn't get like the right invite. There was some barrier or obstacle that caused a problem in the past for you, or a blockage. Could even have been some spell work for some of you. where a person really wanted to make sure that you weren't getting what you wanted in life, but that's been handled. Hello, Samuel. How you doing? Hey, Grindhard. What's up? Hello, Mac. Hello, Carrie. I can't fault you there, April. Page of Wands in the reverse. Yeah, this is like you have no expectations here. You're not waiting to hear from someone. You're not like antsy because you haven't gotten a reply after an interview. This is like an option or an alternate path that pops up and you're like, oh, I didn't even ask for that. But now that you mentioned it, I think that would actually be pretty cool. Maybe that's what I'll do. No, I am not. Hello, French. How are you doing? Hello, Love of Gold. How are you doing? So with the Five of Wands and the Two of Swords in the reverse, there is this competition for something in your life that is beneath you. Something that doesn't quite measure up to what you have to offer. Better job, better pay. Find your things in life. I see somebody getting some new shoes. See somebody getting a new car. Strength in the reverse. Temperance. Queen of Wands in the reverse and the Queen of Swords in the reverse. So balance is being restored to your energy. Maybe your karmic debts have been paid. Maybe you've been able to cut the cord or block the energy from someone. Maybe you've cut somebody off. You've gone no contact with a person who could have been kind of muddying things for you as far as their karma not being where it should be. Now things are seemingly like back in business or back online. Your block has been removed. That's true. What else do we have? Oh, this is the Egyptian Tarot, by the way. We've got the Empress, the Knight of Pentacles, Three of Wands, and Three of Cups in the reverse. That's 4 cards that I've pulled from the Egyptian Tarot total, and 75% of them are number 3. Third time's a charm. So maybe you've applied for 2 other jobs. Maybe you've applied at this place 2 other times. Maybe something happens on the 3rd of the next month. This is just like, it's time for things to improve for you, even though you may have felt like it wasn't the right time, or maybe there aren't people who would be willing to be supportive of your application or be a referral or a reference or whatever. This is about things aligning positively after you may have gotten used to things not really working out for you in the way that you'd hoped. So believe in the new energy. Don't expect things to be negative just because they have been before. 4 of Cups. So now I've pulled 6 cards, and there's 4 of the 5 threes. Statistically significant. And the Three of Swords is in the reverse. I love that. This is a healing situation, or like a resolution, making good for something that has not gone the way that it should have for you. A gift from the universe. They're like, hey, so we know you're probably a little mad at us right now because you're dealing with a boss who doesn't know how to do their job, or, you know, maybe you just had like a relationship that was frustrating and you're probably like, oh, what are you guys doing? So we thought we would do something nice for you. We thought we'd send you a nice little check, you know. Hey, Thomas. I would ask that you be respectful, please. Hello, Curtis. How are you doing? Oh, I hope you're able to find a good way to remember her. The third is just around the corner, isn't it? And my condolences. We've got the Four of Swords. Healing energy. Nine of Pentacles in the reverse and the King of Wands in the reverse. Yeah. There's someone who is not happy to see you making things better in your life. Could be an angry ex, could be a friend that is no longer a friend, or even someone in your family that might be a little bit jealous of you. But we have this desire to see you fail, or this desire to see things be more difficult for you. And that energy that they've been sending your way, it's like it's not able to find your address anymore. Hello, Liana. How are you doing? Hello, AJ. Oh, I think they're scared. Six of Wands in the reverse. Six of Pentacles. And the Emperor. I think there's someone in a decision-making role, or someone who maybe even owns their own company, because we have the Emperor coming through. This is somebody who really knows their stuff. This is somebody who's seen as an expert or has been hired for a very particular reason. And I think they want you, or they have heard that you are perfect for this role. So there's this like singling you out in a very positive way, right? Like, no, I think this is exactly who we need for that role. They have already done something just like this. They know what they're doing. They're a great team player. Whatever compliments they're making, it's based on experience with like working with you directly. All right, we need just a little bit more light in here. So basically, you've got someone who's a fan of yours. You've got somebody who feels like you should be promoted, or they want you to join them at their new company. Five of Swords with the Queen of Swords in the reverse. Someone really doesn't like you. And I do think that they have impacted things for you, either just because they were talking negatively about you, or because they were really like doing too much. But I do feel like for a while they had the ability to delay things for you, or make it difficult for you to be where you're meant to be. They may have been spreading rumors. They may have been making it difficult for you to do right by your obligations. But there is this determination coming through for whoever I'm reading for. You were not deterred. You were not like content to just sit there and let things be awful. You are still willing to do what you need to do, right? Hey AJ, sometimes I do personal questions after the general reading, but I'm doing the general right now. What else? The Chariot in the reverse and the Six of Swords in the reverse. This is someone who felt like things would be better for them if you didn't get what you want. If you weren't able to move forward, if you weren't able to make the money that you should be making, or if you weren't able to get the job promotion or the job offer that you were going for. And some of you may have been surprised who this was that was not rooting for you. You know, it could be like a sibling or even a spouse. Ace of Cups in the reverse. I think this is someone who, in some indirect way, was able to impact your forward movement or impede your success, make it more difficult for you, or cause so much drama in your life that you couldn't focus on your studies or improving your process at work. Sometimes people who are jealous, sometimes people who are very like controlling of their partner will intentionally cause drama or create issues for them in their work life. And it seems so strange that they would do that because many of those people are codependent financially. This is someone who I think you've known for a long time, and for many of you, it could be family or somebody that you have a family with. But they were causing issues and wanting to see that you weren't really doing very well, wanting to see that you were just kind of going through the motions. I don't normally see cards or look at them as neither upright or reverse. But to me, what I see is like someone who wanted to be on equal playing ground. They wanted you to be, if you can't be like behind them in terms of success, they wanted to at least be on the same level as you, you know? Hello, Rocky, how are you doing? So Queen of Pentacles in the reverse, this person was trying to block your finances. This is the Earth and Bones Oracle. What else do we have? Yup. Hello, Mr. Brad. How you doing? What do we have? Apprentice. Higher education, knowledge, beliefs, and wisdom. The thing is, you are getting smarter than this person, or you're already seen as smarter. Maybe you were taking over something that they were pretty proud of being the only one to know. Maybe they were the person who had the best education in the family until you decided to go back to school. Maybe they like to compare how much money you make versus how much money they make. There's an element of holding you back because they feel like they're not as good as you. Migration is about your ability to move to that next level while they're stuck. Have you ever played Phase 10? It's a card game and you have to complete certain goals. And sometimes you have to repeat the same thing you were just going for because someone else got that and you didn't get it done in time, right? And you feel like you're behind and you're racing against the clock and you might have to do it for a third time. That's how this person is feeling. They're like, I can't catch up to you. I can't be as awesome as you. I can't study, or I can't make as much money, or I'm worried that if you're successful, you'll leave me. This is someone who's holding another person back or tried to. Maybe now they're not having the impact they'd like because they feel like their life is not where they want it to be. So we have Beast, which is number 33. Conflict, competition, arguments, aggression, tension, and oppressors. They're frustrated because you're doing well and they don't know how to handle that and how it impacts your connection. Hello, Lainey. How are you doing? Did I say hello to Bitchy Tata? I believe in you. Jess. You crack me up. This is the Black Tarot. We've got the Five of Wands in the reverse and the Ace of Wands in the reverse. All of a sudden now, whatever they've been trying to do or whatever they've been maybe a little bit successful in accomplishing in your life, delaying positive things, delaying a raise, making it so that you can't really complete your education, whatever they've caused problems for. It's like all of a sudden now they don't have control over it, or they can't control you. They can't hold you back any longer. King of Swords. Because of something you said or because of something they said. I feel like it's because you cut somebody off. I feel like you may have realized that this was somebody who wasn't really thinking about how to be a good person to you. This is somebody who looks at you as a person that takes care of them. Queen of Swords in the reverse. This is someone who lied about you to someone that, like, it's not just like, you know, a random stranger. They lied about you to someone where it mattered. Made you seem like a person who does not have integrity or would not be able to get the job done because they wanted you to not get this offer. For some of you, this would potentially be like a partner who deletes your application or calls and says, hey, just kidding, I don't think I'm going to go for that. They cause chaos, they cause problems, and it's all because of how they view themselves and how they compare to you. Hello, Scotia. How are you doing? I do often take personal questions at the end of general readings with priority to those who tip, but I also have longer form readings, and those start at $40 USD. Hello, Gigi. How are you doing? Thank you, Grindhard. Two of Swords in the reverse. The Tower. The Four of Spears in the reverse. Yeah, I think this is someone who was able to cause issues for a limited time until they ran through all of their money, power, ability, ruined a friendship maybe. Because what I'm seeing is somebody who's like, you know those stupid like dinner bells or whatever? Sometimes they're at a bar and you can hit it if you need service. I feel like somebody was sitting there like hitting, like beating up that bell, being obnoxious about it. And the universe is like, I'm going to take that bell away from you. We cannot trust you with that bell. You overused it. It was ridiculous. And quite frankly, you don't deserve it. So let's say that this person had very strong intuition. Let's say that this person was able to use tarot cards. Let's say this person was able to dream and see what might happen. Whatever gift they had, whatever thing that made them feel like maybe they could outsmart you, they've lost that. So they don't have access to that gift, they've lost that intuition, or they don't have the ability to send energy to you like they used to. 10 of Wands, end of a chapter. Closing out their ability to impact or affect you. 8 of Cups in the reverse, 2 of Cups in the reverse. For many of you, this is an ex. For others of you, this is a former best friend. But this is definitely negative, kind of hateful energy, limiting energy, right? I don't want you to get what you want because they feel like you're either going to break up or walk away from them, or you already have. So they feel threatened by your victory or your success or your skills, how people look at you or how people see you. All right, this is the Gilded Reverie. Hello, Curtis. Hello, Mr. Rogers. What's going on? This is the Gilded Reverie. We have the Bear. This talks about strength. And the Book, which is about secrets or wisdom. And the Magnifying Glass. So someone has seen you as a very strong competitor or a very, like, an important asset to the team. And there's something here that's been in the works. Maybe a new business is launching. Maybe somebody has left one business where they worked with you and they've gone elsewhere and they feel like you should be considered in a search. But it's like someone put your name in the hat. Somebody recommended you and said, I know that you can, you know, maybe get lost in a search for somebody who has this kind of skill set, but I know exactly who you're looking for right here. Go interview that person. I've worked with them and they're super reliable. But I do think it's been a while since you've worked with this person. They know you're legit. There's going to be an announcement or a notification, perhaps on social media, or maybe it's just like word of mouth. People are talking about things going well for you. But it gets back to this person who doesn't seem to like you very much. And I'm not going to say that we should delight in the fact that it upsets them, but considering that they're upset over the fact that you are having a good day, I would look the other way if you're happy about it. They're upset. They're like, boo-hoo-hoo. Because things are going well for you when they've been hoping for things to not go well for you. Yeah, exactly. Why not? What else do we have? The Four of Swords and the Four of Pentacles. Interesting. I've pulled two cards and they're both fours. And I'm drawn to the word bank on here. You're about to make bank. You're about to make some good money. And whatever like spell or block that had been in your way previously, it's gone. Somebody had wished for you to be struggling with your finances or not getting the successes that you deserve. And now that block is removed and it's like everything comes in at once or everything is expedited for you. Some of you are going to get a job offer, a love offer, change where you live. It's like a whole bunch of things happen at once, and it's because this person who is blocking you, they dropped the ball or their energy is no longer like accepted as payment. They're not able to send this energy to you any longer. So with this King of Wands energy being you, King of Wands, Queen of Wands, doesn't matter what your gender is, you not only have the ability to manifest things in, but you also take action on the things that you want to have happen in your life. So it's like all of a sudden everything works for you. The Wheel of Fortune is working in your favor. And whatever this person had said or done to try to make it a challenge for you, it's like it's tossed out the window. It doesn't work anymore. Hello, Amber. How are you doing? Eight of Wands, fast-moving energy, Page of Swords, King of Swords, and the reverse. Some of you say something in particular that blocks this energy for good. Others of you take an action, and it could be as simple as choosing to block someone that you know doesn't really deserve to be in your energy. But when you make this decision, when you take this step, the energy all of a sudden is like, poof, gone. Sorry, ready? Poof. God. And all of a sudden now things open up for you or start being a lot easier for you. Hello, Deanne. How are you doing? Thank you, Grindhard. Let me write down your questions real quick. Aw, that's sweet. And is she the one that wants to vibe with? And gained your trust. Yeah, that's definitely an important one. I've got those written down for you, and I would guess I'll probably only go like a couple more cards, honestly. I didn't realize I was already at 35 minutes. So I'll start with the personal questions shortly. I'm doing well, thank you. Hello, Electric Skywalker. How's it going? So we've got the Nine of Wands, Ten of Swords in the reverse, Page of Cups in the reverse. Yeah. It's like their credit card gets declined. Their request is not accepted. Their determination to see you fail or not get what you want, it's blowing up in their face. It's not going to work out. Some of you end a relationship. Some of you move away. Some of you just have a whole bunch of good things happening to you at once, and you see this person's true colors. But whatever happens, it does look like there's a lot of positive things going on for you, and someone may struggle with that. Someone may really be jealous or just not know how to be supportive, right? All right, so we've got family, blood ties, inner circle, and protection. So you are protected from this person, or something that you do enables you to no longer be impacted by their words, their desire to cause issues in your life seems to maybe just kind of like lose their way trying to impact you. So you're about to get this offer or multiple offers. I guess they can't really do anything about that now, can they? All right, we're gonna go with the Catamancy for Grindhard's questions. How did she react when he said, "I got you"? I think it was, "I got you in my life." The High Priestess, Ace of Swords in the reverse. I see really big eyes and a hesitation or like a silence, like not really knowing what to say. But doesn't this kind of make you feel like someone's like, oh. So if you know cats, you know that when they bring you a mouse, it's a gift, right? I think the reaction here is, I want to say something nice, but I'm struggling to, so I don't say anything at all. I think you might make her a little speechless sometimes. Or she just doesn't always express those emotions, right? The Nine of Wands, not necessarily defensive, I'm seeing, but I don't have to tell the people everything. How did she react to his saying that she's the one that he wants to vibe with? Eight of Pentacles or Eight of Coins. Three of Wands in the reverse. This was unexpected. There is a little bit of anxiety because of trusting and relationships. You know, that does require a little bit of a leap of faith, right? But there's a willingness here to invest in that, or, you know, do right by it. So I see positive, even though it's a little hesitant or nervous energy. And we have the Wheel of Fortune, ready for change. Has he been able to gain her trust? Not yet. Four of Coins or Four of Pentacles in the reverse. Nine of Cups, Ace of Wands in the reverse. This is like you're one gold star away from getting upgraded into the like inner circle. So this feels to me like keep doing what you're doing. Make sure you're being respectful, considerate, all of that. You know. But I do feel like in the near future there's more trusting connection here. Queen of Coins, Queen of Pentacles, which is about relationship energy. All right, I'm going to leave it there. Thank you, everyone, for the likes and the subscribes. I appreciate you. I will see you on the next reading. Hello, Dr. Emery. I hope you're having a good day. All right, toodles.